Alright guys, so the product I'm using here is called Car Guys. I found them on Amazon, and I believe this specific jug was about $49.99. I'll post the link in the description so y'all can check it out as well. It's called Super Cleaner, and it says it's safe for pretty much all materials on the vehicle itself, interior and exterior, so I wanted to just give it a try. And I'm using this old Adams polish spray bottle, essentially just ripped off the label just so I wouldn't get confused in what it was, and I have it kind of set off to the side. I have the air compressor fully aired up from the previous video. Now I'm just kind of blowing out the area, getting rid of all the dust around there that's collected. And this is a part under the hood that you can obviously tell is really dusty and dirty, and I'm going to just spray it directly on there, so let's see how it does. And mind you, this is just a little shop towel, terry cloth, or whatever you would buy in like a 100-pack on Amazon, or wherever you get your shop towels from, O'Reilly Auto Parts Store or whatever. And we're getting up in these railings right here under the hood. Just same thing, blowing them down first, getting all the dust out, spraying them, and then wiping it. So it's this is the Strut Tower area. It wasn't too dirty, but I just wanted to hit it as well. This part next is the air filter. And wow, what a huge difference this made right here. This was crazy difference. I was like, wow, so blown away. We'll jump under the hood now, and I actually cleaned out the hood. It was a huge difference as far as that goes. You can kind of just look at this sticker that's originally from the factory, and I don't think I've ever cleaned that sticker, and you can see here that it literally just, it might have actually taken the ink off the label, but oh well. So it looks good. As you can tell, it looks like a damn piece of silver metal or something. It's super crazy clean. And after that, jumped over to the other side where radiator's at and the vacuum canister, and you can just tell this is just like crud, dirt, everything just piled up on this car, man. It's been sitting, mind you guys, for like 3 months solid. I have not driven it at all. I've been traveling for work, and it is just so dirty. So we're gonna spray obviously around the areas that need it the most, up under the hood. So check out this Coolant Reservoir right here. This is a little side by side. Wow, super dope. Especially for products like this, guys. This cleaner performs really well and little to no effort. Honestly, I sprayed it on, let it sit for maybe like a minute or so, just because you normally want to do that with any sort of product you are using. And it does its thing. It starts to eat into the dirt and the grime and just kind of picks it up. It's dope. I love it. Also, what do you guys think of audio on this? Is it like nice, or is it annoying? I feel like I can hear myself breathing into it just from my huge nose, even though I'm not like Jewish or anything. But shout out to my Jewish people and followers. You guys are awesome. I'm just kidding. But yeah, my friends and family, they always tease me and said I had like a big nose. So yes, I can hear myself breathing. I guess it's just this mic is so sensitive, you can hear everything, like my lips and teeth and heartbeat almost. It's just super detailed, which I love. And shout out Lewis, LG for the win, my boy right there. Got this for me for my kind of Christmas gift, and I'm gonna take full freaking advantage of it. But back to the video. So we're just going to continue on to the other side of the hood right here. I'm going to go into just pretty much every crack and crevice that I can with the spray and just go at it. We'll skip forward a little bit in the time travel. The next day I looked back at the hood and I noticed that it Seemed like it was more or less kind of streaking. I think it was related to the Terry, shop towel that I was using. I probably would have hit everything again with like a detail spray and a true microfiber. I think that would have really like got rid of all the streaking and stuff like that. But since I was in the shadows, I couldn't really tell exactly. But once I got up close and then I put a light on it, that's where it really started to show the streaking. So I'll probably do that again on another day or something. It's not super important right now. But to jump back into the other angle right here where the air filter's at, I left the half side dirty just so we could continue on with the video. Let it sit for a little bit, as you can tell, and then I got out a little kind of detailing brush to really loosen up the grime and the dirt, and then back again with the towel. Yes, the good old Nissan valve cover. One of my favorite things actually about the engine, when it's like really done up and actually powder coated properly and looks really sick, with of course a good engine swap and all the brand new goodies. Which actually, all right, so let's just break it down, guys. Moment of truth. Like, in all honesty, if y'all are watching this right now, my heart is really leaning towards the L28 and probably just do a turbo version of that just to keep it in the family. And when L28 is actually like done right for a swap, that shit's sick. It's like so clean, and I'm such a fan of like minimalism, so that might be in the works 2020. So we'll see, because I know I can get these parts for cheap. I think overall to do like a clean ass swap though would probably be like 5,000 with all parts and all the goodies. We'll see. But after just like researching about LS swaps and RB swaps, and it's a lot. Like, guys, you always have that person, oh, go get one from the junkyard, but it's like, bro, you don't know what that motor's been through, and you don't know how much life is actually left in that motor. So it's just so much headache that I don't really want to have to worry about, especially with the custom fab and the trans tunnels and engine mounts and all that shit. So yeah, so the L28 will definitely bolt in, but let's just jump back into the video. Sorry, kind of like venture off a little. Valve cover, this is kind of just a side-by-side comparison to see. The valve cover is actually like really dirty though. There's like, I don't know if there's like pitting on the valve cover itself. You can kind of tell. It almost looks like it's chipping off. But we'll just continue on. This is the fuel filter right here, and it's just, wow, this product is really good. You could go more into detail as far as the fine tuning of products that you're using. So you could use like a toothbrush or something more on the brush side to really get in between the cracks and crevices on these things. And this is just more of like a light detail, like an initial wipe down, I would say. This is not like a full on like, oh my god, I'm bringing these things back to life and polishing the copper and aluminum and all that shit. So let's not get it twisted. This is just to show you guys how much I used of the product right here. And this is kind of the initial, I'm done for the day, let's check out and recap how clean the car is and the engine per se. So a lot of the spots that I showed you guys earlier where everything was really dusty around the corners and right there where the VIN label is, and the coolant reservoir, you can just tell, like, wow. The vacuum canister too, really, like, that surprised me as well. But yeah, I mean, the hoses definitely could use a little bit more. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's actually silver inside the engine bay, and I need to go back to look at the title to see what the true color is of the ZX. I want to say it's silver, but I'm not sure exactly. I know looking at some parts in the engine bay, it's silver, and some parts are black, obviously, because the painter could only cover so much of the engine and spray down into the bay, because we didn't take anything out when I drove it over there. So that would be really interesting to check. Alright guys, so to finish off this video, I would say this super cleaner product from Car Guys, I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. Like, this is not like your traditional is that like purple cleaner or some shit, like, you know, green. It's not like a purple power or whatever that other product is, which is obviously a true engine degreaser and stuff like that. I didn't really actually get down onto the engine block, even though that is pretty grimy as well. The hoses definitely need to be wiped down even more. A lot of the electrical, some parts on the fuel rail itself too, I noticed that kind of like some oxidation on the fuel rails, which probably we need to tend to later, but you know, I can always upgrade to like a Paulnet fuel rail, which I think might come into play. But just looking at this one kind of wide angle of the car, and you know, the true vision of having a clean engine bay to match the exterior of the car is obviously the goal for me personally. And I do appreciate the guys that have taken the time to really build and focus on their engines and the engine bays themselves, because it's just such a beautiful like work of art once you do detail it. And even, you know, obviously the motor is completely stock and it looks like shit per se, as far as all the dirt and grime. Like, I still appreciate all the things that I've cleaned and touched right there, and it just gave me like a little bit of, you know, motivation as well and appreciation for what I do have. And you know, everyone's gonna have different builds and different cars and different motors and everything, so it's just rewarding, honestly, to take time out of your day to go clean a product, or you know, the item or whatever you have, you know, whether it be a vehicle or, you know, a bicycle or your room. Like, it's just really rewarding. And I would definitely suggest that you guys go do the same with any of your products or, you know, cars. Just go detail a certain spot or a part of the car, vehicle, whatever it might be, that you normally don't clean on a daily basis. You'll look at it and you'll just be like, wow, that's such a huge difference. And it's such a, like a random spot, or, you know, the door jambs or whatever, like under the carpets, or just so many little areas too, especially on a vehicle, that you can detail and clean and really notice. But you know, just apply that mentality to your life, and you'll see the positivity that it will bring to you, and the joy that it has. So alright guys, so this kind of concludes the video. I really appreciate you guys watching, if you've made it this far, from all my terrible sarcastic jokes and humor that I've thrown in the mix. But once again, thank you for watching, and to give you a heads up on the future video that I'm going to be working on next and recording, we'll be changing out the master slave cylinder for the clutch, and then the clutch slave cylinder itself, which is, you know, the one next to the brake booster right there, and then the one down into the trans tunnel. So let me know if I should do like an actual record, like how to install on that, and a before and after, and fingers crossed to see if the car will actually get into gear again, because that's kind of the dilemma that I've been dealing with, is the car won't go into gear. So we'll see how that goes. So once again, appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Hit that bell notification. Let's keep these videos going for 2020, man. Come on, coming out strong. I gotta get this content out here for y'all. More podcasts is coming up as well. I got some people lined up. I have my list somewhere in the room. I've got like 10 people lined up. The COVID-19 coronavirus stuff is really holding us back, honestly. I'm even thinking about doing just like a live webcam chat with them and uploading that, so we'll see. But you know, I'm all about quality content for you guys, and I want to show y'all that I put effort into shooting and recording these things, and just try to give y'all the best quality that I can provide and put out with the gear that I have available, and just basically me doing everything. So appreciate y'all again, but thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.